Hey there everyone, Leprechauner here. Today is a new update for the forest, update number 57 is going to be what it is. I like this update a lot. They've actually made some nice improvements for this one. Made things real pretty. The main things that they've done is just go ahead and get started with it, is the graphics user interface. Mainly with the fire and all the stuff that you've got to put junk onto. Just for the fires, here you can see that they've made all the graphics much more pretty, I suppose is a proper word for it. But now you can actually cycle through all of the stuff that you want to put on the fire. Oh, we got a visitor. Oh yeah, that's right, run off, buddy. Gosh, I'm trying to explain things to these nice people, and here you are trying to sneak up and kill me. Right. So anyways, back to what I was saying. The fire, mainly, as well as all the other stuff I'll show you real quick, has an updated user interface. Hit the R button to cycle through what you want to use for fuel, and also when you want to place meat and such on the files, what you got to do is cycle through until you get to said meat and hit C, and it goes ahead and drops it on the fire. It's a lot prettier. I like it. I like it a lot. Makes things more visible, I suppose, more obvious as to what you're wanting to do. All the arrows make it much nicer, so that is much appreciated. And also for the armor mannequins and the bone boxes and all that such. Very nice. Good job, developers. Right, well, that's one of the big things, but there's a couple other things also that they've added. For example, down there I've got a bed down at the bottom of the this giant crater, or the sinkhole, I suppose, is the real word for it. But they've got a nice home signal for all your beds. If you want, you can set that icon up now, so you know where home is. I like that. That's also another good one. Right, so on to the enemies. They've also updated the enemies as well, go figure. Well, yeah, these guys who are looking for a tossing. It's alright. Take them up. Ah, you made me break my fire. That's not nice. Well, anyways, what they've updated with the enemies is they've actually made the AI much more intelligent now. So when you run off inside your building, and you close the walls behind them, they're actually going to go more after the door, try to break down the door and try to get inside and kill you. Now, if you go in on by a wall, they're going to try to break down the wall where you're at. So they're essentially just making the AI more intelligent, and I like that a lot. And also on that note, they've also given the enemy the ability to see you through windows. So make sure you've got your windows closed, or just don't have any windows at all, because nobody likes cannibals seeing you through your window while you're trying to change into you know, some more revealing garments, so to speak. Or when you're trying to take a, you know, take a leak in the loo. You never know what you might be trying to do in there. Oh, right. Well, that guy brings us right up into our next topic. In the noose trap, apparently they've been having issues with glitching. As you can see, now he's gonna try to attack me. Oh, there we go. He just attacked me. So yeah. The guys in the noose traps can attack you, so make sure to stab them until they stop moving. Like this guy. Right. That is how to properly use the noose trap now. So keep that in mind. And also, it says that they fixed the ability of being able to clip through enemies, but obviously they have not fixed that. And yes, it has been updated. But that is in the patch notes. I don't know why it's not fixed yet. I guess I'm going to have to cross that on my list for being fixed. But anyways, back to the enemies. Right, so occasionally you noticed when your enemy's attacking you on the wall here, they might bump into each other. Or even when they're trying to attack you out there on the grassy plains, they accidentally hit each other. Well, no more. They're not that stupid anymore, apparently. So they won't be hurting themselves anymore. So no free kills by them killing each other. Which is kind of a bummer, but hey, that was too obvious. It needed to be fixed. Right. Well, another thing that I've also noticed that is no longer happening is, you guys know the Cowman, right? He's a big guy that goes down there at the bottom of the sinkhole and also in some of the caves. He's a big, fat, weird-looking mutant that charges at you and tries to do belly flops on you. Right, his name's Cowman, and they fixed an issue with him running into some of his fellow mutants and causing them to explode and catch on fire? Question mark? I've actually personally never seen this happen, but I'll take the developer's word for it, and I'll thank them for fixing that, because that's just quite strange. I don't really know what to say about that. Well, anyways, Also, another issue that they've been having, which I've actually seen, is whenever you got your enemies running into campfires and such, well, they do this crazy ragdoll dance of death before they die. And they don't do that anymore. So that's nice. Right, let's go ahead and get some of these bodies burnt while I'm explaining some of this junk to you guys. Get some bones going on. You can never have too much bone armor, honestly. Right, well, anyways, the next thing that they've also fixed is on these cannibal huts. I'm sure some of you guys have noticed that you can run up alongside of them and jump on them and such. Well, now you just slide off them like a wet noodle off the side of a, I don't know, what, an ice cube, I suppose? That's pretty bad, but hey, it's an example, right? But, I don't know, that's an interesting fix. I mean, I guess it's a good way to hide from cannibals on the sides of huts, because that's, you know, where I'd sleep every night to be safe, is on the side of cannibal huts. Ooh, safety, safety, safety. But, anyways, on to the next then. Right, so for those of you guys who like to chop trees and such, they've actually made it quite a bit more seamless. As in, they've had some trouble with the animation. Ooh, took some damage there. Animation lining up properly. But as you can see, they made it actually quite a bit smoother. And it, I don't know, it's not much of a polish unless you play this game a lot. But for those of you guys who do play this game a lot, you'll notice it, I guarantee it. And also on a side note, the wood particle effect, I don't know if that showed it properly, it's kind of dark up underneath that tree. They've actually improved the wood particle effect as well, making it much more obvious and much more beautiful. So, there's that. Thanks, developers. Real important stuff there. But you know what, I josh about these, you know, important updates. Wink, wink. But they're kind of nice, because, you know, they add that polish on the game. They polish it really nicely and properly, because that's what you want out of a finished product. A nice polished turd. Right, I didn't say that. It's not a turd. I was lying. I love this game. Right, well, next thing. For those of you guys who've been out in the caves hunting fish and such, you can't pick up the fish once you kill them unless you use a spear. So for those of you guys who like, ooh, katana, let's go stab some fish. Well, you wouldn't have been able to pick them up. But now, you can stab fishy wishies with katanas, and hey, you can pick up that bloody fish instead of having to use a spear. Congratulations, Ewan McGregor. You can stab fish all day now without using a spear. Right, well, that's an average one. Cool. Thanks, developers. Well, apparently, for those of you guys who feel like, ooh, I should block against a zombie. Oh, sorry, not a zombie, a cannibal. Ah, there's a cannibal coming. I'm gonna hit the B button and figure out how to block. Well, they fixed that issue. Now, it successfully goes from blocking to opening up your book with no problem. And also off there in the north, over in the cold section, ain't nobody got time to be cold and nothing like that. So we're not going to go over down in that cold section. It's a naughty section of the map. Enough said. Well, anyways, they've also fixed the ability of opening up the book while your character is cold over in that stupid cold section. But hey, for those of you guys who like to open up your book at strange times during the game, hey, great, right? I don't know. I suppose some of you might think it is. But anyways, so for those of you guys also who during cutscenes, the beautiful movie scenes that the developers took painstaking time to make beautiful and to pretty much asking you guys, please watch this, please. You guys have been popping pills and, I don't know, eating meat, maybe even trying to pull out a katana while they're trying to play these nice cutscenes. Well, they've stopped that. No more using quick slots in the cutscenes. Just like, shh, turn your phone off in the movies. I don't like those guys very much. But hey, what do I know? Anyways, on to the next then. Well, another issue they fixed is skinning animals. For those of you guys who know, ooh, if we can catch Mr. Rabbit here, come back here. This one's too fast for me. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, come on, I want to make a point. Oh, Mr. Rabbit, you can't run away. As you can see, rabbits are quite difficult prey, to say the least. But anyways, to give you guys a gist of what's going on, whenever you skin an animal on a hill, okay, this might be an example here, occasionally, the bugger can roll away from you. Not so this time. I know it's a little bit weird because I'm on a hill, but whenever you skin animals, they don't roll down the hill anymore. They essentially freeze in place until you're done skinning them. And then they go on their merry way, as you can see. So, I don't know. I think that's kind of a silly fix as well. But, again, you know, what do I know? I'm just a forest player. What do I know about this game? Bloody silly that one is. Anyways, I suppose we should go on to the next topic then. Oh, right. Here it is. Well, guess what, guys? For those of you guys who fancy yourselves to be Michael Phelps, no more. When you're in the water and you're swimming around, you can't pick up dead bodies anymore. So, if you want to be carrying your mate who's been passed out from drinking too much, you can't do it when you're in the water like this, swimming around and such. So don't try it. It's not going to work, at least anymore. It used to, but the developers stopped that, because I guess they figured that was kind of unrealistic, when really, I think it's pretty realistic to be able to carry a body through the water. But again, what do I know? I'm just a little leprechaun running around in my magical little forest. But anyways, alright, for those of you guys who like to shoot arrows straight down at the ground, I don't know who you are, I don't know where you are, but you guys are weird. But anyways, if you shoot an arrow straight down now, it sticks in the ground. Apparently some of you guys have been having issues with arrows going straight through the ground, off into the nether regions of the planet and disappearing for all eternity. But hey, again, what do I know? Right, so for those of you guys who like to climb your ropes, you're gonna have, and you want to do it quickly, you need stamina. Now a lot of you guys have noticed that when you use the ropes, and you don't have stamina, you could still fast climb the rope even if you didn't have stamina. Well, no longer. Once again, they made the game more realistic and screwed that one over for you guys. Sorry. Gotta have stamina before you fast climb on a rope. Let's go ahead and skip through some of these other ones that are not too terribly important. Right, over in the cold biome, which none of you guys should be at, because there's nothing interesting over there. Actually, there is, but I just don't like going over there. But anyways, if you got your cold armor on, it increases the interval at which you can take frost damage. Now, this one perplexes me a little bit, because it says at full armor capacity, it reduces it by 4 times. But yet, over here in another one of the patch notes, it says if you have full armor, you no longer take cold damage, and you will actually defrost if you equip a full set of cold armor. So I don't know. There's 2 notes that conflict each other, but I don't know. That's an interesting one. Yeah, I don't know, developers. Got anything to say about that? Huh, who knows. Right, and then also, for those of you guys who seem to like to blow yourselves up, those rock piles where you find all the pistol parts. Look there in the top right hand section for my video on how to find the pistol in this game. For those of you guys who know how to blow those up, if you stand over it while you're blowing it up, it launches you up into the sky. Well, they fixed that. It doesn't do that anymore, so don't try it. At least, you know, that's what all those movies online say about blowing stuff up. Don't try this at home. Nonsense, really. Alright. When you take damage, your blood will accumulate. This is mostly for multiplayer, for people who can see your mates. But blood will accumulate now on your clothing, which I guess is interesting, up until you wash it off in the rain. But anyways, important stuff, right? Very important stuff. Ooh, look at that shadow. Very stellar. Right. On to the continuing. Well, the logs now. Oh, I just chopped down a tree, so I guess I can actually show you guys this. But they've been having a problem with these logs not colliding properly with the log sleds and actually rolling under. I've had this problem when I was over in the forest and trying to chop my wood. It would actually roll under the log cart, and it would make it really difficult to pick up the log. But now they've added collision, so they don't have that problem anymore. Huh. Apparently, they haven't fixed that either. What the heck, developers? That's 2 things of this list that have not been fixed properly. Right, disregard that, guys. Apparently, I'm a liar. They have not fixed that. Sorry. I guess I should check these things before I write them down, eh? Anyways, on to the next thing that may or may not be true. Whenever you guys blow up trees, I guarantee you have noticed. You've got to have noticed. You know, everybody's got to blow up a tree at least once in this game. If you haven't already, just try it. But anyways, I'm going to do a demonstration, because I enjoy demonstrations with explosives. They're the best. But anyways, whenever you stick a tree on an explosive, or the other way around, I suppose, the trees go spinning crazily. Now, they just kind of fall down, I guess. Hey, that's a really good way to chop down trees. Used to be you only be able to take out like one tree at a time. Now you can take down like 3 or 4 in close proximity. Duly noted. Splendid. On to the next. Right, so for those of you guys who like watching yourselves run around on the ground, they've made the sand particles and dust particles kick up a little bit better. I don't know. Kind of tough to notice. Not really important. Come on, developers. Add some new weapon or something. Or maybe like parachutes, airplanes. Something different than bloody dust particles. Come on. Why am I even talking about dust particles? Gosh, moving on to the next. Right, more particles. The snowburst particles while walking into the snow biome. And also when walking into snow bushes, it knocks some snow off. Cool. Just cool effect, man. Cool. Right. They've also added a bunch of new sounds for the game, such as in the caves, they've added reverb whenever you strike rocks, and they've also cut down the reverb being bass heavy, making those lower noises. So that's nice, I suppose, because it got really loud in caves sometimes if you did stuff. Right. And then for those of you guys who enjoy going to sleep with a nice peaceful rain sound, they've improved the rain sound too. Splendid, eh? Right. And then also, as you guys heard earlier when I skinned that wonderful squirrel, the sound quality of the animal skinning is improved as well. Splendid, eh? Right. And also, for the birds, particularly the crows, they've added a nice flapping noise. It's kind of really tough to hear unless you're quiet and you're just kind of bird watching. But I guess if you guys really like that, good for you. I don't really care much about birds flapping. And right, if you guys like to do a lot of spelunking, they've added new waterfalls down in the caves right now. I'm too lazy to go down there and show you guys, because ain't nobody got time for that. Right, for those of you guys who fancy multiplayer, let's go over those things. They've got new hair models, new textures, new character skins, so go ahead, keep dying, figure out which character you like the most, and try to make him survive the longest. You guys know what I'm talking about. Right. They've also fixed animals spawning up in the snow biome with snow particles, particularly. They've also smooth movement of like throwing Molotov cocktails, so that way your mate can see properly when you're throwing that Molotov cocktail at that bloody monster that's trying to eat his face off, because that's important. He's got to be able to see that. Right, nice and smooth, nice and anticlimactic, because Molotov cocktails explode a lot bigger than that. Come on, developers, get with the project. I'm knocking on the developers a lot, but they've really done a decent job, so I need to stop complaining, don't I? But anyways, last few things before we wrap it up here, guys. Fixed a lot of client issues with, again, synchronicity, mainly with clients chopping down trees, making sure that the animations line up between the client and the host. You know, important stuff like that if you've got your mate playing with you. You want to have a nice, realistic experience. Now, why is this fire not lighting? Come on, then. Oh, there we go. Let's get some meat firing up. I have a feeling that there's monsters on the approach. I don't have a good feeling. How did I know it? I hear them already. We better hurry up and finish this video before they get me, guys. Right, and the last thing is, they've added new variation in the randomness of selecting your character in multiplayer. And we've set them on fire. Right, well, that wraps it up for this update video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, because I sure did. It was very splendid, setting cannibals on fire and hacking and slashing and stabbing and... Ooh, this guy's scary. Come on. Oh, we got him. Let's pull out the katana and finish him off. Right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check out all my other forest videos here, and, you know, if you feel like it, like and subscribe, you know. But, hey, nobody's telling you you have to or anything. Right. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching.